So again, we did the same thing. And again, we had to convince both councils that this was a really good idea. And any changes we made were having different financial impact on each council. So again, the modelling was absolutely invaluable. So we had talked to the team, we talked to the members, and we worked through different things. And I was much more experienced at this point, so I needed less input from policy and practice, but they were happy to do what we needed to do, and they were always really good with advising. But I sort of led on it myself, and we worked through different things that we could look at. So different percentage tapers, different non-debt deductions, how could we look at this? Changing the earnings disregards, if we tweaked that a bit, would that allow us to increase the overall percentage for certain people? And through all of this, with every change that we wanted to make, we had to look about, was it adversely impacting any particular group? And again, that took, well, actually, I think we did it in 2 models, or maybe 3, I can't remember. We managed to achieve it again. What we did is we ended up amending the non-debt deductions slightly, which affected just a few people, but it was still a very considered increase. I think we went from £5 to £7. Across the board, we have a standard one, and increased the earnings disregard at one council. So we finally got those the same, and it allowed us to increase the maximum percentage to 87%, and everybody was happy with the balance that most people were better off, and those that were adversely affected were only slightly adversely affected, but they thought because it was earnings disregards and non-debt deductions politically, that would fly absolutely fine. And again, it was the same thing. We had the reports from policy and practice of how that's going to affect it. So that allowed us to make our arguments with members so much more, because it's proved that it's a really fully considered modelling process, and we knew what we were getting into, rather than just saying, we think this would be a good idea. Having that evidence base is always just completely invaluable to going through any governance process and persuading people who may be a little bit more dubious about what you're trying to do.